Tiana here from Good Things TV, sponsored by Ned Whiskey. We are here, of course, in Melbourne on the very first day of Good Things, and I am joined now by two of the members of one of the most influential, iconic and beloved rock bands of our times. I have Chino and Abe from Deftones. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm good, and how does it feel? It's not your first trip to Australia. I know it's been a bit of a whirlwind. You've been able to play a couple of shows already, and we've got a couple more days left of Good Things. How does it feel to be back down under ever so briefly?
Wonderful.
Yeah, always a pleasure. If you'll have us, we're there. Yeah.
Tell me too, like, obviously, the amount of times you have been here, what's the Aussie fan like? What's an Aussie Deftones fan like? Do you find we're a little bit different from where other places you go around the world, or are we well behaved? What's the Australian fan like normally when you guys play a show?
It morphs. I mean, it's lovely that our fans are like continually getting younger. It's wild. We played a show the other night in Adelaide, and it's just like, it was youngsters.
Yeah.
I mean, it was mixed, but it was a lot of young people. So the fact that we are older, getting older.
Fine wine.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, it's neat to see. Yeah.
Awesome. And not
Well
your
behaved.
Well behaved. I'm glad to hear it. That's good. And it's not your first festival show, obviously, by any means. But can you tell me, given that we're here, like, finally, like, for us in Australia, it's been a long time coming to have international bands coming back to Australia. But for yourselves, is there like a moment that springs to mind instantly when you think about your festival memories from your, pretty extensive career? Is there a moment that just constantly will never leave you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first time down, first time for festivals was Warped Tour. But big day outs, man. I have memories that I don't as well, but they were just such an amazing time, and that's such a history of that tour and the way it was planned out, and just it was such a cool thing, Soundwave as well. But yeah, man, Big Day Out was just wild, man.
Yeah, the same. I mean, we've come over here for a lot of different festivals, from Warped Tours to, I mean, yeah, we've been coming here for a lot of years. Not as much as we'd like to, obviously. You just mentioning that is quite a jaunt to get here. But now that we're here, we're excited and we're ready to play. Yeah.
Well, and you guys seem to keep quite busy, even though like the pandemic brought everything to a halt for every musician, everyone around the world, but especially creatives, like going from literally 100 to 0 and not being able to do anything. But you obviously had your reissue of White Pony, you had a new album come out. How did you go about with these set lists for the festival? Like, you keep adding to the collection. Is it getting easier or more difficult to do a set list when you're planning for a festival or something similar?
It's always a little harder because you have a more confined set of time. So to squeeze, try to get everything in is difficult. And we won't do it today. I mean, we will not get everything in today. But we picked a bunch of songs that we like to play, and hopefully the crowd digs it as well. Yeah.
I think they will. And is there anyone here that you guys are particularly keen to catch live or just hang out with? Because I feel like it's almost like the few times everyone actually gets to be in the same room or at these festivals a lot of the time, especially with people over the world. Are there old friends, new friends in the midst for Good Things?
Yeah, I'm always hoping to make new friends, of course. NoFX, obviously, we've toured with them for, off and on for many years. Festivals type of thing. Gojira guys, the Bring Me the Horizon boys are nice, and that should be cool too. Soulfly, known those guys forever, and a lot of history. There's others too, but I'm slipping.
There's so many. We could just be here all day. What about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm stoked to see Gojira for sure. We just did a U.S. tour with them this past summer, which is awesome. And yeah, I always love seeing them. They're massive. Yes.
Yeah, very good choices, all of them. I feel like we're spoiled for choice. And you're closing out 2022 quite busy. Like, obviously, trip to Australia is going to add a lot of extra time to it. But looking into 2023 and beyond, what else have you got up your sleeves? Is there anything you can reveal about the not too distant future for Deftones?
I mean, I think we're these days we get together and we try to make a plan, and that's the best way. So obviously finishing the year out now with this, great to come down and be here. And we have some plans. Probably just it's about doing it right, keeping it tight, not wasting time, and making it, maximizing the travel while still being able to be normal and be at home and be, balanced. But if we find that if we make a plan with all of our heads together and, stick to it, then it can be a really great thing. So plans in the works.
Exciting. The best laid plans. I like this a lot. Well, considering we're at Good Things, I know you're going to have a busy couple of days, but to close us out today, given it's a celebration of all things good and celebrations in general, what's one key song that you guys instantly think of when you think of celebrating, like whether it's celebrating by having downtime or by having a party? What's something that springs to mind that will instantly make you feel good?
Celebrate.
It's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, I have nothing. I have nothing for that. But I wish the best for everyone. Let's celebrate.
Very diplomatic. I love it. Well, guys, it's so awesome to have you back in Australia. Obviously, any chance we can get, we always love having you here. So here's to the rest of good things and into 2023 with some exciting new Deftones times. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much.